What's happening? It's Paul Ingram with Kali Center, KaliCenter.com. Today, we're taking a look at some of the basic fighting techniques on the short staff of Filipino martial arts. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and to make sure you're paying attention. Down in the comments, let me know what's your favorite color. I'll also let you know what my favorite color is down in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you click that bell so you don't miss any upcoming training here with Kali Center. Let's grab our short staff and let's get to our basic training. When it comes to the martial arts, I am a believer in the fundamentals are the true advanced skills. If you can master the fundamentals of any weapon, your body, then you can truly become a master in the art in your own right. So in Filipino martial arts, we've got 12 different areas that we get to study. Many different weapon areas, the empty hands, and then also what we call the internal or meditation, fitness arts, healing arts, all that, which is the 12th area. Now the short staff is part of the pole arms area of Kali. We train with a short staff or a short spear. We can train with a tall staff and spear. We train with an oar. And this can translate to any other type of weapon that we would hold with dos manos, right? Two hand holding methods on the weapons. So some of my students that also train in other European martial arts will say that, wow, the short staff is very much like the European longsword fighting methods. Yes, the skills transfer over. Taking a look at the short staff of Filipino martial arts, the measurements is basically from the ground to about your plexus height. And this is going to be the short staff or the short spear. If you just had that metal point or a little dagger at the end of it, then it would be short spear. Let's go over some of the basic fighting methods when it comes to the staff. It's a little bit different if this was a spear, right? But the skills still transfer over. So from here, we have 10 basic strikes. We have our downward diagonal strike coming from the forehand side. We call this an angle 1. Then we have the downward backhand side, call this an angle 2. Then we're going to cut upwards on the forehand side, we call an angle 3. And then slashing upward on the backhand side, what we call an angle 4. From there, we strike across the horizontal on the backhand side, and then smash down on the vertical. That takes care of all of the slashing or cutting or hacking type of motions with the staff or the spear. From there, we go into thrusts, and we have 3 basic lines of thrusts. We thrust to the center, we can thrust from the backhand, and we can thrust from the forehand position. So let's put all of these together in a kind of short form sequence so that way we can train these movements with fluidity. Now the other thing with the staff is that we can use both ends of the staff. So we can go into what's called the double end staff fighting method as well and perform the exact same techniques. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could even double that up right there. Thrust to the center, thrust to the backhand side, and then thrust on that forehand side as well. Now another thing with Kali is that we can change the grip to what we call the dula grip or the reverse grip. This is the oar fighting grip, like if you had the oar to row a boat, right? So a couple different ways. Sometimes we grip it just like this, both palms down. Sometimes there's a grip with one of the hands kind of capping the end of it as well. So let's go over to the first standard dula grip, and we could work the exact same movements. Downward, upward, horizontal, vertical on both sides, thrust, thrust, and thrust. One of my favorite parts about Kali Filipino martial arts is that this is one system that covers the entire array, all the areas of Kali. Everything comes from the single sword or the single bolo, the single stick, the single axe. And all these movements are the same. So we have all the same cuts, the same angles, and all the same angles of thrusting. You get to vary the target, but the angles stay the same. Whether I'm hacking to the face, hacking to the shoulder, or even hacking a number one all the way down to the opponent's knee, we still represent as an angle one because it's a forehand downward diagonal strike. So play with these basic movements, train them, have fun with them, make them your own, and then I'll catch you back here next time for some more Kali training. We'll do some fun sequence combinations maybe. Let me know if you want to see some of that in the comments, if you'd like to have a little more direction on what you'd like to train next on the staff, and we'll have some fun. Head over to KaliCenter.com, go check out my new Kali classes for just $3 a month or $30 for the whole year. I have the link in the description below. I'll see you over there.